Welcome back to Real Gun Adventures. So today I have got hold of an original Milbro G10 Repeater. Now this goes back a long way. 1965 they first appeared, and they had their heyday probably in the mid to late 80s. Hung around well into the 90s actually, and they eventually vanished due to the arrival of airsoft pistols. So as you can see, this is based on the Colt M1911 A1, and it does look very, very Colt-like. Now it is a spring-powered air pistol of the most rudimentary variety. They were dirt cheap. I had my first one of these when I was about 11 or 12, and I spent the summer cutting grass to earn some money, and I spent it all on brand new Milbro G10. My parents didn't know I had it, and I used to go to my friend's house, and in his garage we would shoot all kinds of things that we shouldn't. There's not a great deal of power to it, it's not particularly accurate, but didn't we have some fun? And it fired BBs, pellets and darts. It fired BBs pretty well. It would kind of fire a pellet a few feet, and it would fire a dart into a dartboard at close range. This one is much the same, and the attraction of this was it just brought back so many memories. It took me back to a time when life was simple, and I saw it and it was very little to buy. Couldn't resist it. So there it is. I'm going to have a little shoot with it. It's blowing a gale out there, as you may have seen on the news, so I'm going to fire it indoors. I'm just going to shoot at 6 yards, which means I've got a good chance to get them all on the target. 10 yards, I don't know what was going to happen. I have tried it at a bit of range and they just go everywhere. I'm going to fire BBs because it does fire those much better. I've tried a pellet and it was as woeful as I remember. I haven't got any darts, or at least I can't find any darts. I probably have got some. So this is now defunct. It's a bit of history. This is just a little trip down memory lane, a bit of nostalgia. Well, I suppose it's more for me than anything else, but if you watch the video and enjoy it, great. Right, I'm going to shoot this and I'll be right back. So there we go, shooting done. So what is here, it works in very much the same way as the Umarex DX17, because the Umarex DX17 basically is one of these. Difference is, this is all metal. Every element of this is cast and it's quite well finished. There are no rough seams, no nasty edges. It's painted black, and this is a 1992 or 3 model, and it's still immaculate. It didn't come boxed, it's been kicking around. So magazine release button, that's your safety. This one has a skeleton trigger, which is the hallmark of the later ones. Milbro, Dyna were the original brands that we used. They're identical, they're the same price, they just interchanged those brands for some reason. This was an SMK, the later ones, so it was still a G10 repeater but branded SMK, and with the skeleton trigger. There you a giveaway. So to load it, as with the Puma X, there's a release catch just there. The slide can now pull back. With the slide back, you press at the front to flip up the tiny barrel. Identical, BBs in the top, pellets underneath. Once you've loaded your BB, I'm going to put one in. Pop that in the top there. You can put up to 15, I think, in there. Close the slide, you can engage the safety. Tip it to load the first BB. Actually, once you've done that, generally speaking, you don't have to do it again because the tiny bit of recoil does the job for you. So safety off. Just going to point that at a load of sponge I've piled up there for that very purpose. And that's it. Power wise, this one isn't even 1 foot-pound, but it may have been 1 foot-pound at one time. They're not made for target shooting, they're not made for anything serious, they are just fun. They were to appeal to youngsters, which they did, and having one of these was really pretty cool back in the day. Having one now doesn't quite have the same cachet, but I've got one now and I'm really happy with it. So if you see an old SMK, Milbro, Diana or Marksman G10 repeater and it's less than 20 quid, I'd buy it just to have one. There must be millions of these out there. They were so widely distributed, there must be millions. I haven't seen one for a long time. I've had an eye out for probably a couple of years. I just bumped into this by chance, so now it's in my collection. Anyway, there you have it, G10 repeater. The only other thing of interest is it is actually a USA made air pistol. It's made by a company called SR Industries, and obviously distributed under different names. It's made in Huntington, which is California, actually says so on there. Huntington Beach, California, USA. Whether that focuses or not, I can't really say, but that's what it says. Got a decent weight. It feels much nicer in the hand than the X, no two ways about it. I think it looks better, but I don't know, maybe I'm looking at this whole thing through rose tinted glasses. Anyway, that's enough for today. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.